My name is Wendy Pickering, and I have been a resident of Orange Beach for about 3 years now. I know some of the stuff, this is my first meeting I've been to, so I'm kind of, haven't kept up with everything that's been going on, but there are some things that I feel like need to be said, some things that need to be addressed, especially with some of the council members having said some things about me that are not true. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this off my chest. How long do I have? I'm used to 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so I've kind of narrowed it down. Really, I don't want to take up much time. I just need to get this stuff off my chest.
The question, the only thing is the parameters that we always work within is everything presented tonight should be constructive and should be in some way resolution oriented, not pointing finger, not anything of that nature. We try to keep it as positive as we can.
Okay. And this is my first meeting I've been to. I mean, I've heard horror stories, but this one's first one I've been to, and it has seemed like it's been very pleasant. And I hate if I have to bring up some things that may not be very comfortable for somebody sitting here, but I believe it's something that does need to be addressed for the betterment of the community and everything, just my opinion. So if I say something and it's going a little off, just let me know and I can pull back, okay? So like many people in the community, I follow the controversies surrounding the body-worn footage. I am going to go very shortly into that and my reasons. With what I do with work, I request body-worn footage all the time. So I do want to kind of dip into the precedent that would be set if we start releasing body-worn footage to any person that goes to request it, especially if they're not someone that's personally involved in it. So I'm just going to skim over that. My greatest concern, like I said, is with the precedent it was set. Every decision the government makes today becomes the example for tomorrow. Today, the request may involve just the mayor. It may involve another city council member. We don't know, but eventually it could be about me. It could be about you, your daughter, your son, in a DUI or anything. And the fact that, just a veteran suffering a mental health crisis or an innocent citizen just having the worst day of their life, none of us would want that footage of our worst moments for someone that has no involvement in it to get it. Remember, body-worn footage, it is not a conviction. It isn't even proof that a crime occurred. It is simply a record of a police encounter, and sometimes it documents innocent people, innocent victims. Sometimes it documents people at their lowest level in their lives. And once that footage is released, the damage to that person's reputation and privacy can never be undone. The legislature recognized those privacy concerns when it enacted the law, and those protections exist for a reason. That's all I'm going to say on that, is I would hope that y'all would consider that, because once that is said, you open the city up to litigation, because if you allow one person, because they want subscribers and stuff, and they're just wanting to get some views, if you allow that, you allow people to just have their own agendas to get this footage, then when does it stop? And then you open us up for lawsuits when you allow somebody to get it and then somebody else comes along, and why will you not let me get, I'm just going to say, just say, Stuart, you got arrested for a DUI. You wouldn't want that out, would you? You wouldn't want me posting that on Facebook for subscribers. That's humiliating. So I'm saying, if you're not a party to it, those laws are there, and I think we need to protect those laws, and I hope y'all can understand where I'm coming from with that. I will go on for that. Another issue, over the past several weeks, I have personally experienced conduct that I believe has no place in public service regarding a post that I had made about this body-worn footage, which is why I'm here today. I was accused by a sitting city council member of spreading vile lies.
You are a liar. Here we go.
I was accused of being paid. Yes, sir.
Are you going to remove my husband from this meeting?
I don't know who said that. I didn't even see it. I just asked the police officer, please.
I'm just asking, are you going to do that right now?
If he interrupts again, I will.
This should not be allowed right now.
I agree, it should be allowed.
Can we stop this for a second?
Yes, sir.
It's my point, enough. I mean, when you have legitimate concerns.
Yes, sir, I do.
legitimate questions, and I do understand that, I really do. Ginger, when your husband quits interrupting, he will be called on call. It's a simple request. Do not speak from the audience, come to the microphone. It's that simple. I have had people removed before that did not know how to stop that. So that's simple, courtesy. So
Yeah, it's also simple courtesy not to mock another city council member and call her counselor in a public meeting. And a lot of things you do are not common courtesy. So let's not wait.
Okay, this is not about y'all, okay? This is about me, okay? Sorry. And about you accusing me of spreading lies and accusing me of stalking 3 of the city council members, okay? I don't want to get involved in litigation over this. I'm trying to tell you that is harmful to my reputation. And I don't think
It's
it's
so
right.
hard when you posted about it.
Yes,
and
I did.
That's probably enough there.
Okay, so I'm just, it really hurts me, and to me, it makes me not, it would make people, if they're gonna be vilified like that from sitting city council members, they won't wanna come up and speak.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't know, what is the recourse that I have with, do I need to get an attorney just because that's just not right that she can sit there and spread these type of rumors about me, and she has proof of it. She said she has proof. Ginger, do you have proof?
Let's,
You better. You better.
I'm sorry, but let's do your, yeah,
That's all I had to say.
I appreciate it. I don't know what's happened in this community. I really don't. It's saying about 3 million surface, and I didn't bring the surface to town. It just seems that there's people that are trying to destroy us from within, constantly stirring up dissent, chaos, emotions. I don't know what happened to the belief that you're innocent until proven guilty. And on social media, you're guilty. And it's up to you to try to figure out a way to prove your innocence. And I say it. But it's getting to the point now, it's brought about, our employees have been brought into it. That's so unfair because they're the ones that actually make our lives better here. But for them to be drugged into it is disgusting. We get up every morning, I get up, we come to work, and we do our jobs. And that's what we're going to continue to do. We're not going to engage, I'm not going to engage any more of this stuff in the media, not that I really ignore the social media. I trust the Ethics Commission. I'm going to let them do their job, run its course, and then let the chips fall where they may. And I would ask that everybody else do the same. And let's just take care of the businesses that are going to reach and let everything else, let it go. Just let it happen as it should through the process, let the process run its course. I just know for me, I have been the target, and I don't want to belabor this, but I do think that several things need to be corrected. I am not the target of the lawsuit about the body cams. The content of the body cam has zero to do with the lawsuit. The lawsuit is filed against the city of Orange Beach. It's essentially a binary type of lawsuit. It's, and please correct me, Councilor, if I'm wrong. It is a body-worn body cam is either public record or it's not. It could be of anything, jaywalking, public intox, anything. That is the question, and that is the lawsuit. Unfortunately, people have deceived and tried to, by stirring the pot, make folks think it's about me on a certain body cam, and that is absolutely false. Absolutely false. The second lawsuit against me are certain social media influencers / citizen journalists. Again, it's been put out that it is about the body cam. That's absolutely false again. I am being sued personally for blocking this person on Facebook. And I hope everybody heard that. a lawsuit is about my blocking that person on Facebook. Nothing to do with anything that the body cam footage. So I think the community, as much as it has been in the upheaval, needs to understand what the lawsuits are about and what they're trying to make you think they're about. And that's the problem. That's the problem. And I'm the same guy that for 18 years, we had peace, prosperity. We worked together in calamity, prosperity, and me and the council jar butted heads all the time, but we found a way to pull together for the good of the city. Same guy that 90% of you has got my cell phone. 90% of that 90% has called me and I've answered. I go to everything I possibly can attend and make myself accessible. I'm that same guy. I haven't changed. There's nothing changed in me today that wasn't there in the last 18 years. So I think if you have an issue, you think there's something going on, then you need to ask yourself what has changed. It's not me. So tomorrow morning, I will get up with my employees, our employees, and we'll go right back to work and run this city just like we always have, and hopefully make y'all proud of what we've accomplished. Because normally I say that for the last 18 years, what's happened in Orange Beach is absolutely incredible for every single age demographic, from kindergarten to the most elder of our seniors. So I hate to see that being destroyed and in upheaval, and I don't understand it. I wish I knew how to fix it, but I don't. Anybody else? You're welcome to speak.
Unless the body cam.
Hunter Harrelson, 4859 Barcroft Drive. Tony Kennon, have you ever met with any private investigators to investigate my wife, Jeff Silvers, or Robert Stewart in the recent past month to 6 weeks?
I'm trying to decide whether I want to. You can't get the time of day. You do that. Do you think you are walking up there talking like that?
Have you or have you not?
I've never.
Yes or no?
Have you ever have you not at your house met with?
I've never met with a private investigator ever.
Okay.
Ever. I tell you what, you prove it, okay?
I will.
Let's please, can we stop? We're making accusations. I mean,
I asked the question.
hold the evidence. We got a microphone. We open it every week. If you got the evidence, bring the evidence and quit playing games. Just bring the evidence of wrongdoing. That's all I ask.
I would like to bring the evidence by releasing the body cam footage.
Let's stop this, please.
Evidence of what?
Can we just stop?
I will give the city's
I have
voluntary.
lived in this community.
Go ahead, please.
Baton Rouge, Sharon McFadden, 4838 Bay Circle. I've lived here for 20 years, moved here from Baton Rouge, and I started coming to city council meetings back when. And I can't begin to tell you how impressed I always was, how coherent the council was, how things happen in this city. We just get things done. It's been so impressive. And then all of a sudden, it's not like that anymore. I'm not saying anything's done. The atmosphere, this black cloud that this person is trying to cast on this community, I'm ashamed of it. I mean, it's going out all over the United States because people all over the United States own condos in this building, and they pay attention to what's happening in Orange Beach. And what's being said and what's being done is just not the way our little community is. I think the majority of the people in this room feel like I do, and the majority of the people that live in this city are very pleased. We have amenities in this city that no small city has. Everybody there's so many condos, we need a resident beach. We have a fabulous resident beach. We get passes to go to all the state parks where we can park for free. I mean, there's so many, our rec center is unbelievable. The schools are fabulous. Everything is going along so well. And social media is becoming, I mean, I've said for years, social media is going to be a downfall of our country. And I didn't think it was going to happen here in our little bubble, but it's happening. And I think it needs to come to a stop. This arguing in a city council meeting is just not the way things should be done. And I just want to say that I wish
it would go back to like it was. I was impressed with y'all going through all the motions and everything. You all seem to be totally on top of all of these resolutions and what's behind them, where you can just flood through them, that part. But then when we get to this and what's going on social media is just not indicative of what this community is.
I would like to say I agree with everything you said, and I think most of it here do. How naive I was to think that I could come and help the city that I love, and this going on, it's embarrassing.
It's a jack.
A lot of us, but, and now, should I say anything now? Because if I don't say anything, I'll be bashed tomorrow on Facebook for not
If you
saying
do,
anything.
that's what you said.
If I'm saying something now, I got an ethics complaint against me because I think it's on someone else.
Okay.
And therefore I hate women. I just don't understand. It's got to stop. And I think it will stop. This is the best community anywhere. I love it with all my heart. And that's the reason why I'm hoping to make a difference. I think most of them up here feel the same way. And it will straighten out. I really believe it will calm down. But we have to, just ignore some of that other stuff on social media. People just trying to, make a little money, I guess.
Yeah,
But it is sad, you're right.
it's sad. It's very sad.
But it's going to get better. It'll get better.
I believe it.
Thank you, ma'am.
My name's Tony Kennon. I'm relatively new down here. I know we got football team in Africa. Everybody like football? It's easy to be money more important. And I can tell you, from somebody who came through a place and slid off the cliff, we've gotten lucky in Orange Beach that we got through the hurricane, Deepwater Horizon. There's a lot of things that happened, and a lot of people, including everybody in this room, has made money on Orange Beach and the success of Orange Beach. We could have easily slid off the cliff and turned into City Beach, or one of the other beach towns that have turned to shit, excuse my French. So be thankful we have leadership. It's very hard to say, okay, put it aside. But it's also hard to look at what's happened up to this point that's got us to this point. He's done a decent job. It's easy to only want to kind of back say, he could have done better. Decent job. The truth is, the town made it to where it is now under leadership of its committee. Former and future, it's going to stay a committee. But where we are today, and the bickering and nonsense that's going on, the personal vendettas, and I won't say her name because I don't want to sue. It doesn't look good also for any of us. Whether you're a former real estate guy or a comedian over at Floribama, it doesn't look good on a national scale because people are looking at this nonsense, this burden that comes off of Facebook, TikTok. And believe it or not, there's somebody on the other end of that that's making money hand over fist, and they're laughing their way up all the way to the bank. And it's absolutely evil. It's going to kill an entire group of people who want to come here and go, I'm going to go to Orange Beach. Look, that's a clown show over there. So I know better than to try to talk sense into anything. We are in America. We are innocent until proven guilty. Thank God we have that on our side. Because now you come from the other side, you're in the military, you're guilty until proven innocent. We're on the other side of that coin. We're just citizens. As citizens, we should keep an open mind, let the process run its course. If Tony did something wrong, it'll come out to light. If Jack did something wrong, it would come out to light. If Robert, and I know most of you guys, outside here, small towns, kind of Mayberry, we run into each other. If somebody did something wrong, it's going to come out. But this whole dramatizing, it's not good. It's not good for kids. I feel bad for mayor's kids. I mean, think about how you would feel if you were sitting in that spot. Robert, if you were sitting, these are just kids. They're 20 teens. They shouldn't have to face this. They got enough shit going on in their own house. It needs to stop. So, have a problem behind closed doors. Doesn't need to be at the level. That's the only thing and I know it's not out here, but it has to be said. I think there's more people out here that are looking on, we don't need this. We just want to live here, be happy. We live in our little bubble. Let's keep it in our little bubble. I love Mayberry. That's why I moved here. Come on vacation, fell in love with it. Went past the nativity scene. Then I went, wow, we have a nativity scene. Or they had I had done the nativity scene. And I said, where could they get away with that? You go north, Maryland, Virginia's gone. It's just black. New Jersey, New York, you can't have that. But we have it here. We have it here because you guys got past the Pickering, you kept it solid. Keep it solid. That's all I got to say.
Thank you.
So as far as I'm concerned, so everything that's transpired here for the last 19 years was because of a mayor and a council, right? Up until the last council and today. And that's the way it's going to be today, right? But I know that, you know, when I signed up for this, I signed up for pirate shows and traffic and density problems and all that. You know, I had no idea what was going to be on the horizon. But at the end of the day, you have to look yourself in the mirror and do what you think is right. And I regret nothing, right? I take that back. I regret the last meeting where things kind of got out of hand, right? But I made some promises to some people that I was going to try to be better. And I think I did that to one of the ladies in the crowd. And, you know, sometimes you just have to go through what you have to go through to get to the other side. And I know none of us want this to be disorganized or combative or any of that. And this meeting today, I thought things were just going fine because that's what we signed up to do, and that's what we're going to do. But and really, there was something else I was going to say, but I think I'm just going to hold that to myself now. But we appreciate y'all. We do, right? We do take this job very serious, and we try to be as informed as we can on everything that's thrown into our lap, whether we wanted it in our lap or not. So just remember that we are public servants doing what public servants should do. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Anyone else? We've always opened mic up for many years. I think I've had close to either 49 or 50 town hall meetings in that year, including all in Oilsville. We have always tried to let people say their piece. And everybody in Baltimore County says that Orange Beach is just different from everybody else because everybody gets to say their piece. And we try to keep it civil. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. I get that. But at the same time, I have a hard time muzzling people. When they live here, they have a right to address us, even if we don't want to hear it, if we don't like it. They have a right to say it and speak out. Now, it needs to be civil and not personal, but it's really hard for me to say, no, we're not going to talk about that. I just, even if I'm the one getting beat up, somebody else doesn't know. So please bear with us. It may look ugly, but believe me, there's so many other communities that wish they could have the mic to speak and speak their mind to their elected officials, but they don't get that opportunity. So unfortunately, I think that's one of the reasons Facebook has become such a burden. All of us is, if we don't start speaking here where we see each other eyeball to eyeball, then we're having to deal with those speaking from the keyboard that have no accountability or responsibility. much harder to stand there and say something other than it is from keyboard or Facebook. So I hope you understand why I think it's important that we open it up to a degree. And you know, it's like a pop-off valve on hot water here. Sometimes you just gotta let it out. So I hope everybody understands that. But thank y'all. Appreciate everyone being here. And, yes, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. No, we have to have a motion to go into executive session.
So,
Second.
All in favor? Go ahead.
Declare, I'm an attorney licensed to practice in the state of Alabama, have personal knowledge of the subject matter being discussed, and the subject matter meets the purposes of the executive session on the text.
Thank you. So, we have a second.
Yes.
I may start off all right. We'll be in executive session 45 minutes, but we will not leave from there. Thank you.
Thank you.